Hey there, all you word nerds out there.
Yeah.
Ever feel like English has, like, this secret code? One that native speakers just get but leaves everyone else kind of lost?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we're talking about the weird and wonderful world of idioms, those phrases that, like, they mean something totally different than the words themselves, you know?
It's like they add a little bit of flavor, a little bit of spice to the language.
Totally. And today, we're not just going to define them. We're going deeper, like way deeper. We're going to figure out the why behind some of those crazy sayings you've always wondered about.
It's like a linguistic treasure hunt.
I love that. Uncovering hidden meanings and maybe even some juicy historical tidbits along the way. You ready for this?
I am so ready. Let's do it.
Awesome. So you, our amazing listeners, have given us a list of 100 must-know idioms.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is, right? So to make it a little easier to digest, we've kind of grouped them into categories.
Makes sense. So where are we starting?
Well, I thought we'd kick things off with a category we all experience, life. You know, the ups, the downs, the whole shebang.
Ah, yes, the human experience in all its glory.
Exactly. So we've got idioms like bite the bullet, break the ice, burn the midnight oil.
Hit the nail on the head.
Yes. And of course, throw in the towel. And trust me, some of these origins are wild, like seriously crazy.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Let's start with bite the bullet. What's the story there?
Okay, so we all know it means like facing something tough, right? Like finally tackling that mountain of laundry that's been staring you down for a week.
Right, like just getting it done, even if it's unpleasant.
Exactly. But get this, it actually comes from, wait for it, battlefield surgery. Back before anesthesia, soldiers would literally bite down on a bullet to deal with the pain.
Oh, wow, that puts a whole new spin on doing your taxes, doesn't it?
I know, right? Suddenly my inbox doesn't seem so bad. Okay, how about break the ice? Everyone's felt that awkward silence when meeting new people, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's about making things a little less tense, a little more comfortable.
Exactly. So like on your first day at a new job, you could break the ice by asking your coworkers about their favorite lunch spots. Just, you know, dip your toe into the conversational pool.
I like that analogy. It's finding those little connections, those shared experiences that help us relate to each other.
So true. And it's interesting how it's different from other idioms that kind of seem similar. Like ease the tension is more about like reducing anxiety, and get the ball rolling is all about taking action.
Right. Subtle differences, but they change the meaning just slightly.
It's like having a whole toolbox of words and you got to pick just the right one for the job.
Absolutely. And speaking of tools, have you ever pulled an all-nighter to finish a project?
Ugh, don't remind me. Deadlines are the worst. But yeah, that's burning the midnight oil.
And before electricity, it literally meant working by the light of an oil lamp.
Whoa, that's kind of cool. Next time I'm up late working, I'll channel my inner 18th century scholar.
I love that. But sometimes, no matter how much oil we burn, we have to admit when something just isn't working.
That's when we gotta throw in the towel, huh? It's like admitting defeat. Kind of a bummer.
It can be, yeah. Like realizing that maybe you're just not cut out to be a professional athlete no matter how hard you train.
Oh man, that's rough.
But it's also about being honest with yourself. And sometimes throwing in the towel is the smartest move you can make. It frees you up to focus on something you're actually good at.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like choosing your battles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, last one for this category, and this is a good one. Hit the nail on the head. That feeling when you just know you got something right, it's so satisfying.
It is. It's like that aha moment when a light bulb goes off in your head.
Yes. Like you're working on a puzzle and suddenly you see how all the pieces fit together. Bam! Nailed it.
Exactly. It's about being perfectly accurate, whether it's understanding a complex problem or explaining something clearly. Think of a detective solving a case. They gather all the clues, they analyze the evidence, and finally, they hit the nail on the head, identifying the culprit.
It's like a verbal bullseye.
Yes. And you know, it's interesting how this idiom ties into the theme of problem solving that we saw with bite the bullet and throwing in the towel.
Oh, yeah, good point. It's like life throws these challenges at us, and we've got all these different ways of dealing with them.
We certainly do.
All right, so we've tackled challenges, celebrated victories, and even admitted defeat. But sometimes those challenges are, well, financial.
Ah, yes, the world of money. Always a popular topic.
You said it. So get ready to learn why money doesn't grow on trees and what it really means to be in the red. All that and more coming up in part 2 of our deep dive.
Welcome back, word lovers. Ready for round two.
Oh, I'm so ready. Last time we tackled life's like big picture stuff, but now let's get a little more personal. We're diving into the world of love and relationships.
Ah, yes, matters of the heart. Always a fascinating topic.
You said it, and we've got some seriously juicy idioms to unpack here. We're talking love at first sight, wear your heart on your sleeve.
Popular question, break someone's heart.
Yep. And of course, on cloud nine, get ready for an emotional roller coaster.
Buckle up. Let's start with that instant spark, love at first sight. Have you ever felt that like immediate connection that makes you believe in destiny?
It's like in the movies, you know? When the two main characters lock eyes across a crowded room and bam, it's love.
Exactly. But it's interesting to think about how that idea might be viewed in different cultures. Like, in some cultures, arranged marriages are common, so the idea of love at first sight could be seen as, I don't know, maybe even a little dangerous.
I never thought about that. It's like our idioms can actually reflect different worldviews.
They absolutely can. Now, someone who wears their heart on their sleeve, they're like the opposite of guarded, right? They're not afraid to show their emotions.
They're the friend who cries at those cheesy commercials and laughs like super loud at bad jokes.
Exactly. They're just genuine. They're not putting on a front. But it can also make them a little vulnerable.
Yeah, it takes guts to be that open.
Yeah.
But it can also lead to some pretty amazing connections.
So true. Speaking of connections, how about pop the question, that big moment when you ask someone to marry you?
Talk about nerve-wracking. Can you imagine getting down on one knee, ring in hand, heart pounding?
It's a pretty big deal. But it's funny how the idiom itself, pop the question, sounds so casual.
Yeah, it's kind of like a playful way to talk about something super serious.
I wonder if that reflects how our views on marriage have, maybe shifted over time. Like it's less about formality and more about partnership and choice.
Could be. But of course, not all love stories have happy endings. Breaking someone's heart, that's just universal, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it is. It's that awful feeling of rejection, of being betrayed by someone you trusted.
It's like literally your heart is breaking into a million pieces.
It's a strong image, isn't it? And it shows how we use physical sensations to describe emotional pain. But the good thing is, even though it hurts like hell, we know that everyone experiences heartbreak at some point, and we all heal eventually.
That's true. And thankfully, there are those moments of pure joy, too. That feeling of being on cloud nine.
Ah, yes, like you're floating above it all,
Yeah.
weightless and carefree.
It's funny how we use height to describe happiness, right? Like over the moon or walking on air.
Right, it's like happiness literally lifts us up, makes us feel lighter.
I love that. So, from the heights of love to the depths of heartbreak, we've covered the whole emotional spectrum. But let's switch gears a bit now. We've got some idioms about work and business to tackle.
Okay, let's put on our thinking caps.
You got it. We've got think outside the box, back to the drawing board, and hit the ground running. Idioms that really capture that, like, go-getter attitude. Let's start with thinking outside the box.
Welcome back, word detectives. It's the final stretch of our idiom extravaganza. We've scaled mountains of meaning, navigated the choppy waters of relationships, and even put on our professional hats to tackle the world of work.
It's been quite the adventure.
It has, right. But now buckle up, because we're diving into the wild world of emotions and reactions. Those moments when words really capture how we feel.
Exactly. You know, sometimes life throws you a curveball and you just need to, like, let off some steam.
Ah, yes, blow off steam.
Yeah.
That feeling of releasing pent-up energy or frustration.
Totally. Like, imagine having a super stressful day at work. I might hit the gym or go for a run, just to clear my head. What about you? What's your go-to for blowing off steam?
Well, I find a quiet walk in nature does the trick. The fresh air, the sounds of birds chirping. It just helps me reset.
Oh, I love that. It's like nature has this calming effect, It reminds you that there's a bigger picture out there.
Right. And that shift in perspective can be so helpful when dealing with tough emotions. Speaking of tough emotions, have you ever been betrayed by someone you trusted? Like that feeling when someone really hurts you?
It's the worst, right? It's like your world gets flipped upside down. And there's actually a really vivid idiom for that. Bite the hand that feeds you.
Ooh, that's a powerful one. It suggests a lack of gratitude, a total disregard for the kindness someone has shown you.
It's like you're not just saying, no, thanks. You're actually hurting the person who's trying to help.
Precisely. And we often see this in situations where there's a power dynamic at play, like if an employee badmouths their boss after getting a promotion.
Oh, that's a perfect example. It's like they're sawing off the branch they're sitting on.
Exactly. It shows a real lack of loyalty and respect,
Yeah.
which are so crucial for any healthy relationship.
Okay, ready for something a little lighter?
Always.
All right, how about this one? Kick the bucket. It's a pretty blunt way to talk about, well, you know.
Death.
Yeah.
But it's often used with a touch of humor, I think.
Yeah.
Like, we're acknowledging that everyone eventually kicks the bucket, but we're not going to dwell on the morbid stuff.
Right. It's more like, hey, we've all got a limited time here, so let's make the most of it. It's kind of like that whole bucket list thing, right? All the things you want to do before you, well, you know.
I love that connection. It's all about focusing on the experiences we want to have, not the inevitable end.
Exactly. And sometimes those experiences might involve things that seem, well, completely impossible.
I see where you're going with this.
Yep. Speaking of impossible, have you ever heard the saying, when pigs fly?
Of course. It's that classic way of saying, yeah, right, like that's ever going to happen.
It's like saying, oh, sure, I'll win the lottery tomorrow when pigs fly.
Exactly. It's a fun way to inject a little bit of humor and skepticism into a conversation.
Totally. Like if someone who's known for procrastinating promises to finish a project early, you might be like, sure, when pigs fly.
Exactly. It's a way to express your doubts without being too serious about it.
All right, one last idiom before we wrap things up. And this one's all about those awkward situations we all try to avoid. The elephant in the room.
Yes, that big, obvious problem that everyone's aware of, but nobody wants to talk about.
It's like you're at a family dinner and everyone knows Uncle Bob just lost his job, but no one wants to bring it up.
So the tension just hangs in the air, heavy and unavoidable, just like an elephant crammed into a tiny room.
It's so true. And sometimes facing that uncomfortable truth head on, even if it's a little awkward, is the best way to, like, clear the air.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, folks, we've reached the end of our idiom adventure. We've uncovered hidden meanings, explored some pretty interesting origins, and hopefully given you a few new phrases to add to your vocabulary.
It's been a pleasure diving into the rich tapestry of the English language with you.
And remember, language is always changing, so keep your ears open for those colorful expressions, those idioms that give our communication that extra bit of personality.
Because as we've seen, idioms aren't just words. They're like little snapshots of our culture, our history, and our shared human experience.
So go forth and use those idioms wisely. Sprinkle them into your conversations, decipher them when you encounter them in books or movies, and most importantly, have fun with language.
Happy exploring.